Okay, let's walk through this process of my music and the creating of example number 2, Carlos Santana. Let's walk through it one step at a time. This is going to get so much easier as you go along, but let's take time on this first one and walk it through together. First, we went to YouTube. We found the song that we wanted. Share, embed, copy this, and we posted this into the discussion board. We clicked reply. That took us to a fresh box in the discussion board. We click HTML editor and we paste that code into that editor. Then when we see this, there we see our music embedded. Now it's time to work on the research phase of our essay. First things first, I find a legitimate website and I find the lyrics and I copy those and I paste them into a notepad for later. Now I have the lyrics all ready for my essay in a notepad. I remember that I'm going to be sure to copy that URL where I got those lyrics and add those to my Works Cited page. Let's do that together. I've logged into my EasyBib account, and you all do this using EasyBib because when you try to do that on Google Docs or on Pages, the format is not MLA8. It will come out a different format and you'll lose points. Go ahead and get used to using EasyBib. It's free, it's wonderful. Okay, so I've already opened my project, which I found down here under my projects. So this was my project for Santana. I'm going to paste that URL from where I just got those lyrics, and I'm going to click Cite It, and it's going to think a minute. And this time it brought me up some red boxes to fill in, so I filled in what I could. The article title is Everything's Coming Our Way. It's the lyrics. This is the website title. This doesn't matter so much, public sponsor. And I'm going to go ahead. I have all the information in those red boxes that I can find, so I create the citation. And that is going to add the citation to my list. And here's my list. This is the gal that I interviewed, Jessica Alvarez. And I went ahead and how did I create that citation for that interview? I went up here to all 59 options. I clicked on interview and I filled in the form for an interview. This was a personal interview and her name went here. I was the interviewer, so my name went there. It was by phone and the day and the month that took place. If I wanted to add the phone number that I called, I could add an annotation there, but I don't have to. Okay, and I created that citation that way. So here I am. I've gone through the process of researching the song Everything's Coming Our Way and researching Carlos Santana only using vetted sites. And this is the list that I've come up with. This was an article for Rolling Stone. That's a vetted site. The official website is always a good place to start. I have it duplicated, so I need to take one of these out of here, don't I? Let's do that. Let's take this one out. Click More and Delete so I don't have a duplicate. Okay? That gives me the rest of these lyrics. And I actually cited the YouTube video. Now I'm all through with all my citations. I'm going to select all, export, print as a Word doc, download for MS Word, and I'm going to wait a second and it's going to show up down in the tray and it's going to create and populate the exact Works Cited page. I'm going to enable editing so that I can copy this and paste it to the end of my essay, and it's all formatted properly. Remember again, use EasyBib because when you try to use Google Docs or try to use Pages, there's a silly format that goes on where they highlight things or they put hyperlinks in there and it just is a mess. So be sure you use that. Okay, so now let's go back and look at our completed essay. I followed all the step-by-step instructions, and here is my final essay. I have the title of my essay. It's about Santana. There's a picture. I decided to format the pictures all the same way. Remember, my lyrics can be single-spaced. And now I go down, and this is the actual paragraph itself. And I followed all of the step-by-step instructions. And I know how to quote a cited source. I remember that the punctuation goes at the end of the sentence where I show where the information populated, and that way it's all together like one sentence. This isn't just hanging out there somewhere. So I've written it. I ended it with a quote from Jessica. I could end it any number of ways, and below that is my work cited. So I have two images, both in motion. One is Santana playing the guitar, and the next one is like a little older version of him, because I mentioned that he's timeless, and so I kind of wanted to show a picture of him then and a picture of him now. That's the way what my style was. But that's it. That's the whole shooting match. And what you want to make sure that you do is use EasyBib. Those other formats do not work. They are not MLA8, and they will result in penalty points. So that walks you through the process of creating a paragraph for the My Music exercise. And that concludes this tutorial.